Hi everyone. Today I'm doing a video for 30 days, 30 inks April, which I'm participating in for the very first time. I just heard about it like last week and I thought it was a really fun, cool idea, and it's held during months which have 30 days, and obviously the objective is to use one ink for every single day, and I will obviously be doing like close-ups in the inks which I used every day in the journal entries I wrote with them, and obviously holding up the ink bottles. I absolutely, and because I love, the ink challenge and colors in general and art so much, I'm obviously wearing a shirt and the big headband with, lots of colors and like, turquoise plugs. I absolutely love, colors so much. It's like a perfect like tag and an event for me to do. So these are the inks which I have written down in that little cross miniature notebook which I got for Fountain Pen Day last year, 2023. I'm kind of disappointed. You can see obviously the colors. I'm tilted the computer screen down so you can kind of like admire them. I'll obviously go through them one by one. I'm kind of disappointed. There was seemed like a fair amount of ghosting from some of the inks, although there were like more medium nibs than I usually work with, so maybe that was the reason, or just like the typical types of inks. But obviously it wasn't, coming full on, bleeding through the page, so that's good. In the first day for April, I did Pilot Iroshizuku Tsutsuji, which is a kind of a really nice, beautiful dark pink, and I used it in my new pocket pen, Opus 88 Sakura, which is a medium nib. And as I mentioned in a previous video, I'm kind of embarrassed to realize, based on watching, Gold Spot videos promoting this brand new pen, here it is, because like for years I had thought it was pronounced the Japanese word for cherry blossom. It was pronounced Sakura. That's, the way my mind wanted to pronounce it, and they're all pronouncing it Sakura, Sakura, Sakura. So, I guess that means I've probably been mispronouncing it all these years, unless they were the ones mispronouncing it. But I have also, been hearing other people saying Sakura as well. So obviously, like, we all learn from our mistakes, and I absolutely, love this beautiful pen. And this is what, I wrote with, is the screen tipped. I'm sorry, I just don't really have the best computer screen or camera, so you can like see a little bit up close. I'm just like, writing about, my work in progress, and how I was embarrassed to like, forget some of one of the couples in my books. They already had a car, and I had them talking about like, oh, we hope we can buy a car soon, like, because I have been, putting this work on hiatus for so many times and been away so long. I've forgotten things like that I should have known if I had been working on it, at one stretch. So it's like, really, really lovely, beautiful ink. And this is the bottle of ink. I'm really, really happy to get this. This was on my, wish list for quite a long time. I've gotten a lot more into like dark and bright pinks, and not just in ink, but, for clothing and artwork, colored pencils and stuff over the last, I guess, like 10, 15 or so years. And this is what I was using for day 2. I'm almost out of ink in this pen. For like the last couple of months, I've been like focusing on just like writing my existingly inked pens dry, so I can move on to, like filling them up again. It's not, I would never say, I don't hope nobody like gets the false impression I haven't been liking the inks or the pens I've been using these past few months, but I did, unfortunately, like many other people, like fairly new to serious fountain pen hobby, they're just like, having way too many pens inked at the same time, and that can obviously be a problem because you don't want to have too many inked, maybe like 7 to 9, or like, well, I like lucky numbers, so like 7 or 9 are my lucky numbers. I know that might be still too much for some people, but I guess, it would be the perfect number for me, and I absolutely love. This is also an Opus 88 fountain pen pocket pen. I'm sorry, this video is totally unscripted. It's eyedropper filled, which I've really gotten into. I just, couldn't resist the beautiful colors of blue and the snowflake motif. And this is Diamine Arctic Blue, which is a shimmer ink, which is right here. I absolutely love this ink. There were a couple of times this pen, stopped writing, even though it still had plenty of ink, so I just had to like dip the nib and the feed back into it a couple of times to get it going. I really, really, absolutely, love this beautiful shade of blue. Blue is my second favorite color, and I believe this is also like writing about my work in progress, the April 2nd entry. And I need to get back to the work. This, obviously, that's a whole topic for a whole other thing about my writing, but I was also using this in one of the books, which I am also like writing the first draft of by hand, or at least like some of the scenes in it. So I'll open that up to show you guys, so you can see a little bit more of the writing sample in this beautiful Arctic Blue from Diamine Here, I absolutely like fell in love with this beautiful color as soon as I started using it. And like when I do write the pen dry, I will probably fill it up again with that same color ink, even though obviously it's a winter themed pen and I'm trying to get more into springy ink colors in general, and also like changing up some of my ear piercings to more like, you know, springy type like themed jewelry. So I'm not going to like discontinue using it just because, oh, it's not winter anymore, I shouldn't do anything winter. But if you really love something, you should, you know, totally like keep using it if you know, want to do it. And for day 3, I was using another diamine ink, Magical Forest and Laban Rosa, which is a particularly sky blue. If they have several different roses apparently in different colors, and this is a medium. And I forgot to mention, because the video is totally unscripted, the previous pen, the Opus 88 Blizzard, is also a medium nib. I've been getting a lot more into medium in, like, you know, recent months, and it's showing up way darker blue than it actually is. It's more of like a medium blue. I don't know why, but obviously probably will have the thumbnail picture showing the true color. And I filled it up with green, which is like, you know, I thought that would be like a fun, like nobody expects that contrast. And I was going to put this in my Leonardo Momento Zero Foresta Umbra pen, but then I remembered, oh yeah, right, that's a extra fine nib, and I don't want to risk clogging that with like shimmer particles, particularly since that was, you know, like it's not super expensive, but it is, you know, like it's full price. Like I got it like with a discount code, but it's like, you know, full retail price was $199. I don't want to risk like, you know, effing that up with like shimmer particles. And this is like my April 3rd entry, where it's backwards from what I'm looking at. There it goes, like, so you can see, talking about more, I guess, my writing process and like things like that. It's beautiful green ink. I absolutely love the color green. It's my 3rd favorite color. I particularly like, you know, jewel-like tones of green like this. And this is a really, really lovely green. I was hoping for like a green that's more of like, you know, proper bright green instead of like, I mean, nothing wrong with the dark forest ink also from Diamine, but I just, you know, wanted something that doesn't look practically, you know, black on the page. Although again, that's might also be because I've been only using that, you know, with an extra fine nib to date, and this is obviously a medium nib. And this was day 4. This is one of my favorite fountain pens. It's, you know, a nice, really nice budget pen, one of a number, which I bought from Fountain Pen Revolution. This is a Jaipur version 2 in a fine nib with in the blue cracked ice. I enjoyed this so much I decided to get in the orange and purple cracked ice as well. There was a whole like thing I did in a previous pen video. They accidentally sent me the, you know, the clear see-through versions of the Jaipur, and they got the colors right, they just didn't get the versions correct. And I had to, Kevin who runs the site, everyone has said, you know, so many times on social media and stuff how nice he is, how good he is about like fixing mistakes and owning up to errors. And he really was good. When I told him about the mistake, he, you know, like sent me the return like address and stuff. He would totally take care of the shipping and handling and stuff. And he sent me back the correct types of fountain pens, and the, you know, the not just the colors but also the versions of the Jaipur version too. I really enjoy writing with this, and this is inked with Monteverde Sweet Life Blue Velvet. I really, really like this. Where is it? Up right here. Yes, I only have 7 inks on the desk. This is, I really, really love this color. It's a really distinctive blue. I have no idea what blue velvet cake is. I don't remember ever eating it or seeing it in person in my lifetime, but it does look like a really beautiful, like dark, distinctive blue, like kind of like might have a bit of a black undertone, I guess, or just maybe like a dark, distinctive blue grayish, but it's a really lovely, beautiful, dark, bluish color. And this is for the April 4th entry, writing with it. Again, this is in a fine nib, just talking about how like one of my booktube buddies, I found out he deleted all of his like videos on his like main first channel. He's like focusing on an anti-religion channel, so I guess he's like pretty much like done with booktube. So that's, you know, just unfortunate. Just my thoughts about that. But obviously, like, you know, I wish him well. Like, if he just wants to focus on, you know, like ranting against religion instead of talking about books, you know, I guess he's just, you know, found a new audience and just doesn't want to be like maybe friends with the people he was before. This was the pen which I used for day 5. This is might be my, you know, absolute favoriteest pen. Take the light off of it. It just looks so absolutely beautiful, and there's just like so many ways the light reflects off of it. As I mentioned in my unboxing video for it, I got this because I just love the, the Dantean symbolism of like the orange of the sun and the purple and blue and the aqua colors, kind of like the cosmos, like particularly like in Paradiso, the third of the three canticles in the Divine Comedy. So I just absolutely could not resist this beautiful, lovely Dantean symbolism. And this is a Leonardo Momento Zero Run Goldie, which I got from Pen Boutique. Again, that since it was my first order with them, I was able to get it on discount to date. This is my most expensive pen, and I absolutely love it so much. I just could, like, if I could, maybe I would, like, write with this all day. And this, since I've had it, it has been consistently inked with Yamabudo from Pilot Iroshizuku. It's a lovely like, it's more, I guess, like kind of like a purpley brown. I will be inking this up with the Murasaki, which I got for my birthday, or I mean, I'm sorry, Hanukkah. They're so close together, and my Hebrew birthday is during Hanukkah, so it'll be like a more brighter purple when that's, all written out. So that'll be like a fun thing to do. And this is close up of what it looks like. See, where is it? Here, right here. So it's like a really pretty blue purple color. I'm sorry, this is totally unscripted. It's kind of like a brownish undertone, or a more, like dark purpley, but I really like it. It's really distinctive. This like ink is popular, for a reason. And for day 6, I inked up my Esterbrook SD Maui fountain pen. This has a medium nib because I was watching like nib comparison videos and realized, oh, their medium size actually looks closer to a fine, which I really enjoy. And I absolutely could not resist the, the color scheme of this. It just reminds me so much of, like a childhood nostalgia. Ice Pop from the ice cream truck, and I inked this up with Diamine Wild Strawberry. I'm so happy to finally have found a really nice, bright, true red instead of, like a reddish or dark orange that looks more like, brown when it actually comes onto the page. And I'm just talking about how I, like, now that I'm at a size for my stretched ears that I'm, going to stay at for at least a year or two, because I bought so much jewelry when I, like, falsely assumed this was going to be my goal size. I, have to buy, like, a case to store all the jewelry, and I will be doing that in a future video, obviously. Not a pen video, but more like, what's just cheering me up right now going on in my life and stuff like that. And it's just a really, really lovely dark shade of red. I'm sorry if the light isn't reflecting it too clearly, but this is just, the lovely way it looks. I guess that's kind of like, you can see a little bit more of the bright red, but it does look differently in person than it is showing up on the camera. Is that a little bit better? Yeah, I think that's a little bit better. You can see but it's just such a lovely, lovely red. And for the final ink of the first week, I got Private Reserve dark pink. This was in the first time ever I had inked it up, the Jaipur version 2 from Fountain Pen Revolution. It does look a lot more, purple when I actually started writing with it. When I initially, got it and had it in my pen case, it was kind of a bit disappointing. I thought, oh, this looks more dark pink than actual true purple. But, once you actually start like inking it up and using it and holding it, yeah, it does start to look a lot more purple. But again, a lot of stuff, does like depend on the light. And I like what I've used so far of Private Reserve. And this is like the 7th of April journal entry, just like not too much. I just wanted to like fill up the rest of the, oh, I'm sorry, I wrote like continued stuff on the rest of the page, just like some disturbing like stuff I've been like, learning about a certain religion since I discovered some like videos from a former member of that religion. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully this video wasn't too like, rambling and helter-skelter and all over the place. As aforementioned several times, it was, completely unscripted, and I have never done a video for this, particularly like #/hop before. So hopefully I, was on the right track, and we obviously like learn as we go along. Like, YouTube is a journey, and like if you like what you see, like just consider like leaving a comment and subscribing. I am planning to do some more like pen videos in this coming year, although my primary like channel focus will probably still be like booktube and authortube. So thanks again very much for watching. I hope you guys got a chance to see the eclipse this afternoon. Bye.